Hey. It's your girl Monique 69 Ways, and I am here with another weekly live recap of Beyond the Gates. And hopefully you can hear me. Let me check and see my sound right quick. Hopefully you can hear me. Ooh. Mm-mm. Okay, so yes, my mic is working. Had to do a little test. So I am here for the Beyond the Gates, the weekly recap of episodes 11 through 15. Yes. Before I get into this recap of episodes 11 through 15, if you are new here, make sure you are subscribed and hit the like button and share this video out for anyone who is watching the Black soap on CBS and Paramount Plus, Beyond the Gate. I would greatly appreciate it. So I got to get through these 5 episodes. The notes are limited, but hopefully these screenshots can jog my memory of what happened. Let's see if I can bring it to the stage. Damn. Okay. There we go. So episode 11. So this is where the son-in-law Jacob come in and decide that he wants to he going to arrest his mother-in-law Danny for attempted unaliving. So that's the charge. Okay, so he's come there. The family is like upset, like Jacob, what are you doing? Okay, and Naomi is pissed off that he is there to arrest her mom. I mean, understandably, but and the family said that the police said that nobody got harmed. The charges was that there would be no arrest made, but he had to let them know that Bill uh put out for this he filed charges against Danny for attempted unaliving at Bill's wedding. And they are upset, and Naomi said, "I'm gonna be my mother's lawyer." He said, "I'm representing my mother, so what's the charge?" Told her the charge, and this is where the lines get blurred for their relationship, because he is the law. He's trying to uphold the law, and he think everybody was like, "Why you got to be the one to arrest Danny, your mother-in-law?" And he had a good point. Like, it's either me or it's gonna be like a squad coming over here making a scene. So he just wanted to do his job, and and arrest his, unfortunately, arrest his mother-in-law for the charge, and he be respectful and nice of handling her compared to a stranger, which I agree. I didn't blame him on that, but it's also like, dang, why you got to be the one? So I get both sides, but yeah, Naomi is pissed. So their relationship is teetering. It's like blurred. Like, cause she thinking about family, he thinking about I'm doing my job and upholding the law. So yes, see Danny get arrested, and her family, of course, is like behind her 100%. And they also follow them to the precinct, and as she was getting booked and fingerprinted, her mugshot turned to a photo shoot, which was hilarious to me. I can't do nothing but cackle at Danny. She up there posing and like getting my good side, and she was just doing all these moves. Okay. Oh, someone came through. Hey, how you lighting up with Letitia? Oh, she said I can see both sides. He could keep it hush hush, but it's awkward. Yes, it is. It's an awkward position for Jacob. Just like tough spot. So yeah, she up there posing like it's a photo shoot for a mugshot. I'm like, okay, I wish I could see the final result of the mugshot, but nonetheless, she gonna be looking good. So of course the family is behind them, and Bill Bill is determined to stick it to Danny. It's like tit for tat. I mean, she did do some wild stuff at him and Haley's wedding, and she kind of gotta do pay for that. You can't say that you didn't see that coming, even though the cops didn't figure. I mean, your family had pull, and you, of course, you didn't get arrested or charged. I mean, you didn't get arrested for that. But Bill still has the right to file these charges, him or Haley. So even though he did you wrong, you kind of, it's kind of, that option was still linger out there that he still can press charges. So he pressed charges, sticking to her. And he also tipped off reporters, like gave them a heads up that Danny Dupree is getting arrested, which was shitty, I will say. Tit for tat. He's petty, his ego ain't gonna let that go of what Danny did to him at his wedding. So um let's shift gears to, I want to get this person out the way. Dr. McBride. He is married to the realtor. I think her name is, I want to say Vanessa. I think her name is Vanessa. I know it starts with a V. But he has a real serious gambling problem. This man, he's a whole doctor. I have not seen him yet, not one time, see him at a hospital in his scrubs or whatever about to do a surgery. I keep seeing him in this suit, and he's at the gambling spot, at Joey's gambling spot. And his friend Randy trying to like tell him like, you need to chill out, because he said, no, it's all good, Joey, clear my debt. I'm like, yeah, but you're not thinking. And he also gave you some extra money to play with, to go play with, but you're not thinking like, why is that so? He's so thinking about being lucky. He's like, I'm gonna find my luck again. I'm feeling lucky. I'm on a hot streak, whatever he was saying. I'm like, here we go. Like, if you not, he is such a gambler. He is so got the blinders on. He has a problem. And his Randy like trying to like talk him out of, getting into more debt with Joey. So it's like he's trying to tell him. But this man, like, he wins some, you lose some. I mean, he wins some, but he loses a lot. Okay, so that's this whole thing. He got on my nerves. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the jumper. Sherry, aka Dana Leslie. Okay, she hit us with another alias, Sherry Carter. I'm like, who is Sherry Carter? I thought she was gonna say her name Leslie, but no, she went with Sherry Carter. So remember at the end of the last episode, which was 10, Nicole had to go on the roof due to a jumper was trying to jump off the roof of the hospital. And Nicole is doing her best, talking her down off the ledge. And she just said how she lost her husband. She lost herself in the process. She was going on and trying to jump at the same time. Nicole yelling for her not to do that and stuff like that. And like, just trying to get her off the ledge of that. Like, I was thinking, Leslie, Sherry, whatever you want to call her, and all her million aliases, she was getting on my nerves. She kept threatening to jump. I'm like, girl, go ahead, jump. I'm like, but Nicole ain't gonna let that happen because she's a professional and she's a psychologist and she about to get this pristine award. She is not gonna let that happen on her watch. So yeah, and she also brought up how Leslie, Sherry, brought up how Nicole's shoes is worth more she make of the year. Like, she is like really sizing her up and looking her up and down, like, because Nicole is living a lifestyle, a good lifestyle. So Nicole eventually talked her down off the ledge, talking about where you rather talk about it in my office. And she said she was willing to. I'm like, well, because we know the audience, we know that she was not really gonna jump, because that defeats the purpose of why she's there. She is there to stick it to Ted. Okay. Well, Ted and Nicole. So she is there to stick it to them. Let's see. Joey is definitely trying to say yes. Yes. Yes, the realtor. Yeah. That's yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, they are married. It don't seem like it, but they are married. They got a unique relationship. But yeah, so she talked her off the ledge, and while they was going on up on the roof, Ted was like y'all let my wife go up there by herself. She shouldn't be alone. She should be there with someone. And I agree because I don't think Nicole should have went up there alone. She should have had at least one security guard or somebody, or like another person up there, because anything could have went down. But yeah, anything could have went down. It could have been a tussle, and then Nicole going over the building. That would have been wild. But yeah. So she eventually they came down in the elevator, and Ted saw the whole thing, and he saw Leslie Sherry, and he recognized her. Well, he recognized her the last week as well. So it's like, and he does not want that to happen. And she eventually went to the office, and they was talking. And then Nicole did offer up her service to be her therapist or what have you, free of charge. And Sherry denied she didn't want the service because she knows she don't want to be there, because she knows she is a lie. She's a fraud. She is lying to Nicole, so she don't want to be there close to Nicole. And also, she is playing a game, getting under Ted's skin at the same time. So it's like, so Nicole just gave her a list of therapists to go to in case she wants to talk to someone and stuff like that. Because when she told Nicole that her husband was gone, Nicole took it as the husband died. No, she said, no, the husband left me. So basically, she is like telling the story to Nicole, basically lined up with her story, her real story, with Ted and his possible daughter Eva, and how he left her and Nicole. It was just funny to hear. I was like, okay, this woman is crazy. And as this was going on, I'm like, I don't think that was part of the plan, because I don't think Eva know. And it pissed Eva off. Eva didn't like that she was doing that. So yeah, she didn't like that at all. So also, her and Ted got into it. Ted put her to the side. I paid you a long time ago to leave me alone. It was a one-time affair. And I'm like, how long ago was this affair? And you paid her off? Like, how long ago was that? Because she's like Eva's like a grown young lady. I'm looking like, is she's younger than Kat, or is she in between Martin and Kat? Because Martin Kat is Ted and Nicole's children. So I wonder where Eva would lie in between. So yeah, let's see. Nicole, lighting up with Letitia said Nicole was smart though. She don't get too close. Yeah, she was smart, because it could have been her over that balcony. Cause Dana, Leslie, Sherry is cray. So yeah, he said he paid her to go away. It was just a one-time affair. And basically, I don't at this point he don't know nothing about Eva. That's what it's giving off. He does not know about Eva. And what we keep hearing Leslie Sherry says that he left us before you was born. So that's what I don't know. He possibly could have known and just paid her to go handle it. I don't know, but I need more information how things went down between Leslie Sherry and Mr. Ted. Okay, I need to know how things went down. Yes, Kat is suspicious of Eva. I mean, I was singing Kat praises last week, my last weekly recap, because I'm like, nobody believe my girl Kat. Kat, so I like Kat. So she's the only one out of the family that don't believe what Eva is throwing down for us, who she really is. Also, episode 11, what's her name? Haley overheard Ashley and Derek, the nurse and the firefighter, talk about what happened between Jacob and Naomi, and how Danny is being arrested and being charged with attempted unaliving. So she overheard that, and then she walks over to Bill at the police precinct, because mind you, Bill come down there to the police precinct to taunt and gloat the Dupree family, because then he got Danny arrested. So yeah, she didn't like that. She was like, I'm gonna need you to make this go away. Like, I thought we let it go, because mind you, in my last weekly recap, that Danny went over, even though she came over to their house unannounced, she did came in peace. She said she was willing to let it go if y'all stay out of her way and don't be all in her face with your relationship. She said she willing to let it go, and that's and she also told that to her family until this arrest. So yeah, and Haley don't want all that heat, because she already look as the home worker. She don't want all that heat from the community. So she already know how her and Bill got together is scandalous as heck. So she does not want that any more drama. And she said that Danny made a promise to not to let it go. So why you putting more damage to the whole conditions of this coexisting by getting her arrested? Like, so she's like, you got her arrested, you could get her unarrested, okay? So basically, you put in for the charges, you can drop the charges, okay? So she begged Bill to do that. He eventually did. And before he did though, Bill came down to taunt and said that he has a million a million witnesses, which is due to that live that Chelsea mistakenly did at the wedding, which shows Danny with the blicky out. So yeah, so he was talking, and they was making threats, and it got under Martin's skin. Martin was about to throw them hands, like he was about to risk all his whole career, okay? He getting all in Bill's face, and then Vernon, Mr. Dupree, told him to calm down. You're at a police station, mind you, so I'm gonna need you to calm down. And you are a congressman. Yeah, you are a congressman. You are in politics. This won't be a good look. So no, I'm gonna need you to calm down. I was like, Martin, he got like this anger problem. He does not like, especially when he tried to protect his family, I guess. He was willing to like risk it all. Like, are you okay? This the same guy who tried to, like, he announced that he want to try to run for president. And you about to throw down with Bill Slumbucket behind. No. Letitia said, Bill is a reminder to not marry down. The Duprees have been nothing but good to him, but he resents them. Yeah, exactly. So he got what he wanted out of the whole Dupree of it all, to get where he at with his own firm, and how he's his reputation is intact for as a good attorney. So yeah, I think that was it, all 11. So moving on. Oh, before I move on completely to 12, I just remember Jacob and Naomi. They have some. She said, like, basically, he's like, "Do I come home?" Because they have a lot of tips. Like, she is not feeling him because he arrested her mother. So I'm like, oh, you might not have a home to come home to. So yeah, so we get to episode 12. what happened? Oh, we have the press conference between Nicole and the parents is doing a press conference for, because they doing a press conference for Nicole and her soon to be award, her prestigious award she's about to receive, right? And we also having at the same time, we see Bill doing his own press conference because he know how the Dupree moves. He wanted to get ahead of them because he saw that. Well, he's not just saw, but somebody tipped him that that the Duprees are having a press conference. So they both having this press conference at the same time, but the focus is gonna be on Nicole and her award. So they trying to get this press conference out to overshadow Danny and all her drama and Bill drama of it all. So Bill is saying how Danny mental is deteriorating, she's unhinged, and how she came to their house threatening them after the wedding of it all debacle. She came to their house unannounced and threatened them. I'm like, well, that's not how it really went down, but okay. He just like calling her mental into question and how she unstable and of it all. So, and also at first they was talking to Nicole about the Prestige Award, and then we see them getting the reporter lady, I think her name was Linda, and she get a like someone was talking in her ear that Bill is doing a press conference and telling about Danny's mental health, talk about Danny's mental health, and then then they was like, we are not really here to talk about Danny and Bill of it all. And then that's when Danny walked in, like, I don't mind, I got something to say. And she was just saying she felt how she felt anger and triggered and of it all, of their relationship, of this new relationship, because we know how Bill and Haley came to be. We know Haley used to be friends with Naomi. It was just a whole mess. She just said she just felt triggered and humiliated and all that good stuff. It was just a sob story. She was getting teary-eyed, and she put on a performance for real. Because mind you, at the end of episode 11, I forgot to mention that she came to her mother talking about how by Bill doing all this, getting her arrested and dropping the charges, it's like he still wants her, or still like signaling like they still got something going on. And she said she still loved that miserable man. I'm like, but you not too long ago you said you was gonna let it go, and if they bring up Bill, you gonna be like, who Bill who? I'm like, which one is it? I'm like, Danny, I like you, girl, but no, girl. You give me a little Delulu, a Delulu Danny. That's what I'm gonna call you. You're a little Delulu right now. So no. Martin is still down here already. Yes, too many secrets for him. But yeah, so Danny put on a performance about why she acted the way she did at Bill at his wedding. So yeah, that happened. And also, what else happened? And she also talked to, I like how Danny talked to her daughters, to both of them. Well, for Naomi, she told Naomi, and also Anita, the grandmother, also told Naomi, like, we are not mad at Jacob, because mind you, Naomi's still mad at Jacob because you arrested my mom. It's just like, in her mind, it's like family over everything. In his mind, he like, this is my career and I'm upholding the law. I'm doing the right thing. So it's like, murky lies. Okay, so it's like, so she just telling, well, they were just telling Naomi, like, you got to forgive him. He was just doing his job. I'm not mad at him. And, he's one of the good guys. Okay, he was doing the right thing. That's what we look for in people in law enforcement. Okay, so it's Danny also told Chelsea, like, don't be mad at your daddy. Don't be beating up yourself over this live stream. Like, what me and your daddy got going on should not dictate your relationship with your own father. Okay, so basically, you need to separate the two. Like he's still your dad, which I agree. I mean, it's up to you. Still can have a relationship even though we broke up and what have you. That's what was given. What you say? I like Danny, but she's delusional. Do it to me. Yeah, she is. She is. That's why I'm like the little Danny. I'm gonna have to get her that name, cause girl, you hot one minute, you cold the next. It's, girl, pick a mood. Okay. Um. What Oh, Jacob get having problems not just at home but at work as well. He got a new partner, some old detective. I forgot the name. I'm gonna have a name next time, but it was like a detective he looked up to, and the detective came in and gave him the blues. Like, I don't give a F. Stay out my business. Stay out my way, and then we'll get along. And leave the home stuff at home. I want a partner who gonna have my back and not be emotional thinking about personal stuff. I was like, oh snap, okay. So yeah, so he just not got problems at home. He has problems at the work. I'm like, okay, poor Jacob. Also, we see Eva. She's at work. She's seeing like she have to be at work. Being Nicole's assistant. She bought her and Ted some smoothies, right? And also Nicole came in the office. This was before the press conference. So Nicole came in the office and she looked for a bracelet and stuff like that. And if you see it, let me know. And she also talked to Ted. She had a good conversation with Ted. She was telling Ted about her father, and how she don't know him and stuff like that. And at this moment in time, in my mind, as they was talking, I'm like, Ted knows Leslie Sherry in the is in the area there to kind of like somewhat be a pain in his ass. So does he know that this girl is connected to Leslie Sherry? I'm like, or he just playing like being nice, or do he actually kind of figure? I don't know, because I don't know if at this moment in time I ain't know if he put two and two together. Okay, that Leslie Sherry is her adoptive mother, as she would say. Yeah, so they was talking, and she also admired the family photo, because she just thinking like what she missed out. Like the dude, my father, I missed out a lot. She said she always wanted to have a sister and brother. She always wanted siblings and yada yada yada. So he just said, like, if you ever need a listening ear, you can always give me a call and stuff. Like, he really being super nice to her, and she kind of like appreciate it. And she also torn at the same time because of why she's really there. Okay, we're gonna move on to, now this is what I forgot to mention my last weekly recap. Okay, uh Chelsea in this date she went on and dealing with this couple, this billionaire and his wife, this tech billionaire and his wife, the relationship of it all, the throuple of it all. She had to tell this to Kat, because mind you, Kat was like, because her and Kat was going business together with the purse line and stuff, and they look for investors and stuff like that. That was that we talked about at first, and then also Kat is preparing to leave, go out of town, so she's gonna miss her whole mother winning her award event. So, yeah, so they was just talking. It looked like they was in their workout clothes and stuff like that. So even Kat was throwing like people. She was like, it was two guys. She was like, no, a guy and a woman. She said, is this the same people? She was like, yeah. So it's a couple. So she's part of a throuple. So she is getting her. That's her thing. She said, um, she said she's into women, but she said after experience what she experienced with them, she's really into women. So I was like, okay. So and even Kat was like, so you bisexual? She's like, what the labels. I don't care about the labels. I like what I like. I'm like, okay, girl. Okay, you like what you like. Being part of a throuple, I guess he said a 2-for-1er to get the satisfaction of both needs. If she like men and women, so hey. Hello, how are you? Hey, look, I can't even talk feminine era. Thank you for coming through. Yeah, so yeah, I was just shocked. I did not think even Kat knows she been doing this. So she like again with this again. It's the again for me because I didn't see this out of Chelsea. The model who want to be a businesswoman, who want to get out the modeling, get into her own business. So and she's an influencer. So I'm like, huh. Oh, this is some freaky in. I'm like, I'm with it. I'm with it, but I ain't think it was gonna be Chelsea. Not Chef wannabe. Letitia's, you silly, not the Chef wannabe. Yeah, he was giving old school Chef. I'm not gonna hold you. Poor Jacob. He got a new partner. That's Jacob new partner. Yeah, but back to Chelsea. Did y'all think this of Chelsea? Y'all think that she was this kind of a freak, that she'd be part of a throuple? I didn't see it coming. But definitely intriguing. It's like, show me more. And like, I want to see how this gonna unfold. Like, whoa. And does anyone else know besides Kat? So yeah, I'm just wondering. Okay. So moving on. Randy and Joey meet up. So Randy is also Dr. McBride friend who is married to Vanessa, the realtor. I think that's her name, Vanessa, the realtor. And Randy is talking to Joey. He trying to get Joey like off of Dr. McBride, aka Doug McBride, the doctor who never seen doing no doctor things. Okay. But he's just trying to get him off of him because he know what he doing. Like, he trying to get this man so much in debt that he ain't got no choice but to be a servant to Joey, like doing favors and do whatever he need to do for Joey. So I can't wait to see what they might be. But at the same time, it's like, yo, scary at the same time because it's probably gonna be some wild things that's later on gonna happen down the line when Joy needs something, a favor from Dr. McBride. So, Ted just trying to get him off of him and then, take it easy on him. He like, I'm not backing down. I'm not. He just told him to stay out of it. But it's kind of hard because that's his friend at the same time. And we also see his woman, Vanessa, the realtor. He is so happy. Dr. McBride is so happy because at this time he had won a little money. Like, he feel like he's on this lucky hot streak. Like I said, he wins some, but he lose a lot. Okay, in his gambling. So yeah, so she is out like in her workout gear. I guess they are at the club. So, and she just shocked at his behavior because, mind you, you never thought they were together. You never thought they was a married couple. Cause she out here having multiple affairs with these different boy toys. She come across as like a different guy every time, almost every time. So, and he is so focused on gambling. So it's like, are y'all a couple or not? So I don't think he knows that she is having these side situations, but if he did, would he care? I don't know. I really want to know if they have like an open relationship or not. It wasn't confirmed because he got his gambling, she got her side thing going on with these different types of men. Okay, which is telling because it's given like she's lonely and her husband is not showing her no attention and giving what she needs. And I also want to know, does she know that he got a gambling problem? I want to know that as well. So yeah, so she, running to her some of her boy toys, and she's feeling on a particular gentleman who I recognize, O'Shea. He plays in All the Queen's Men. So yeah, I was good because he made a little cameo appearance here. It was a lot of cameos this past week. Because we had Nichelle from Entertainment Tonight. She was the reporter that they met with. They had the Dupree's had a press conference with. So it was some familiar faces that came through. Yeah. So it's a hot mess with Vanessa and Doug McBride of it all. They a hot mess couple. I feel like Chelsea is going to find herself in a very. Let's talk about it, Letitia. I think so too. It's like, woo, and I can't wait to see it. Because yeah, so that is a dangerous spot when you inserting yourself into that kind of lifestyle, if you will. That's what I was thinking. I saw Vanessa with men, and they were not him. Yeah, they were not him. Sorry, unfortunately. So yeah, she got her own thing. Also, let's talk about Andre. Andre got a problem. He keep pushing up on that nurse Ashley, knowing that she got a man, Derek. Okay, Derek. Before I move on, let me get this comment. Yes, Tommy. Yes, looking good. Yes, he did, girl. The flexing. T-Town fine. Okay, from your hometown. Okay, that's what's up. So yeah, Andre and this nurse Ashley, them two. I'm like, is she not recognizing flirtation? Like, he been flirting heavy. Like, he brought her this month collage of her from the day that they helped that lady gave birth on the elevator, and he took pictures and photos, and he brought a collage of that, put in a frame for her and stuff like that, and talking and stuff. And then as that was happening, she get a call like somebody's coming up through the emergency, and lo and behold, is Derek, her boyfriend, who was a fighter. He came in due to he got hurt, like a roof collapse, and he went into a fire. As the another firefighter, his colleague said, he's trying to rescue a cat or something, and the roof collapsed on him. Yeah, so he's concussed, and he's having a hard time like remembering things, like especially her name, because he kept calling her babe. We like, yeah, the only thing he like had to write it down, like her name, like remember some things. So yeah, so he was concussed and having a little bit of memory loss. Andre still trying to shoot his shot. I don't know. I don't understand what's wrong with Andre. So maybe they explain it later, but he knows that she is tied up with someone, but he's still trying to pursue her. And he also sleeping with Danny every now and again, seem like, but you just so focused on Ashley. Like, what is it about Ashley that makes you want to pursue her, even though you know she got a man? What is it about Ashley? I don't know. I mean, yeah. And he been subtly kind of like flirting, and I'm like, Ashley, you not picking that up, girl? I guess. But yeah, so that's what's happening with Derek, Andre, Ashley of it all. Look, let me get into these Leslie Sherry the scammer. Now, she's not a scammer, but she is infiltrating on the Richardsons, Ted and Nicole. So we have Eva, she is so happy that she is working temporarily for Nicole as an assistant. It's like I see that she is torn because it's like she is happy with the job, being around working for Nicole, also helping Nicole with her speech because this is the speech. Everybody is getting ready for her ceremony, her award ceremony for her philanthropy and stuff and mental health and stuff like that. So she helped her with her speech and of it all, and it seemed like she really liked Nicole, but she also kind of torn because when she's talked to Leslie Sherry about it, and she kind of feel guilty because she knows she's there for a purpose. She got to see this plan through, her mama plan through. And she gave the straw off of Ted's smoothie, which is they trying to do a DNA test. I'm like, why would you give it to your mother? I don't think she should be trusted with that, in my opinion, because they could do a test and she can, whoever she calling this favor for, like, I mean, who she calling a favor to, whoever's on the other end of that line. I'm like, they can like doctor up some fake DNA stuff. So I don't know. Hopefully it's legit. Come through that Eva is the child of Ted, because I don't trust Leslie Sherry. I really don't. I really don't trust her. When it comes to DNA testing, she's already untrustworthy, and the way she's moving, her daughter don't have no idea that she's doing this and this, like being on the roof. That was not, and the daughter was like, "That's not part of the plan. Like, you seriously gonna mess this up of the original plan?" So she just basically going off the cuff, like she is doing her own thing. And also Eva does not want her mama to ruin Nicole's ceremony. And the mother's like, "Are you okay? Like, are you getting close? Are you not forgetting what they did to me? Did to us?" She keeps saying us. I'm like, but all this happened before she was born. So what's this us? She didn't get to experience the hurt of what you said that was thrust upon you. So it's like, it's kind of hard. Excuse me. I was about to say that he has no scruples considering who he's sleeping with. Super shady. Yeah, she is super shady. It's like she's super shady, and Ted getting on my nerves as well, because you can get in front of this, sir. You really could. Maybe after the ceremony, you need to get in front of it. Okay, like tell Nicole the truth about this affair that happened years ago. So side eye Ted too. Even though he's like the perfect husband for Nicole, but he's not really perfect. And Eva was just saying to her mama, like, Nicole don't have nothing to do with it, so don't ruin her event. Her mama getting side eyeing her own daughter about being close to Nicole and getting soft and not remembering going through with the plan. So that's what I'm saying. She got this straw. That's, I'm like, Eva, why would you give the straw to your mama? Like, you could have like found some resources or use the money that Nicole is paying you to do your own DNA. So hopefully, because Leslie Sherry can make the DNA results look one way when it's really another. You get my drift? So yeah. So let's talk about Martin and Smitty and their family. Like, I'm not gonna hold you, Martin pissed me off. I do not like Martin, especially when it comes to his relationship. Okay. So Smitty approached Martin about going around like trying to block his opportunities because, mind you, Smitty is the investigative reporter. That was his career before he settled down with Martin and decided to be a house husband to raise their children. Mind you, these children now are teenagers, so they basically can fend for themselves. Okay. So, and Smitty want to get back into the investigative reporter game. So Smitty found out that he is blocking his opportunities, his job opportunities, and he like confronted him about it. And Mark, even though he said it was okay. No, he didn't say it was okay. Did he say it was okay? Yeah, he said it was okay at first. I thought last week he eventually said it was cool. But it's not really cool when it comes to Martin, because Martin, he's trying to run for president. He's just want a house husband, the picky fits, and the good children. Okay, the look of it all. But Smitty trying to get back out into the field, so the kids stepped in overheard, and they agree with Smitty, like it's okay for dad to go back out to the field, like we can fend for ourselves, So they don't mind that Smitty would go back out into the workforce and have less time with them, whatever, not being included in their day to day, like all the time. So yeah, so the kids support it, and then Martin somewhat supported it in that moment, which he got on my nerves. I just want to strangle him. Yeah, I didn't like how he tried to block job opportunities for Smitty and putting in like saying like no on his behalf. I didn't like that at all. That was so out of pocket and out of line. And if the roles were reversed, he'd be livid with his little anger issues. So, and also he's still having dream nightmares. How you gonna run for president? You got all these dang old secrets, and you having dream nightmares of something that happened. And I can't wait till I can see this flashback of these dream nightmares. Child. Okay, I'm not the only one. She said she's not a fan of Marty either, but you don't trust Smitty. I mean, I don't trust Smitty for as because he's so honest and so he's so honest and so real, like that. Even when stuff was happening with the family with Danny, he didn't like it and stuff like that. How he basically don't like how the family do things. So that might be a problem, because if he is investigative reporter, that could be a problem within the family. I agree. So on that end, I don't trust Smitty, but I just don't like how Martin moved when it comes to Smitty being out back in the workforce. So I think that's some bull crap. Oh, so it's an episode. This is the night or the day, the night of Nicole's award ceremony event, and we see mom and dad, Dupree, Anita, and Vernon. They are outside the gates having dinner. Okay, they are out in the world. They're out at their old spots back in the day, before all the fancy dressing and stuff like that, before all the fanciness occurred. So they was happy to get back out to the old, I guess, neighborhoods and the old restaurants that they used to frequently used to go to all the time. So it was nice to see them, and they looked nice, and they was exchanging compliments and how they is proud of Nicole and how she about to receive this award and stuff like that. And then we also get a scene of Danny behind, not letting Bill thing go, even though she said it on camera that she's trying to move on and she is willing to move on from the whole thing. And she is like stalking their um social media pages, because mind you, at this time, Bill and Hallie, they are on their honeymoon in Italy. So she is like looking at pictures of them, and at one point, as she was looking and scrolling, stalking their pages, Naomi came in like, "Yo, what are you doing? I thought you said you let it go," and she got busted. So that was in on that, and Danny of it all. She even Naomi like, "Girl, you got a problem with still holding on to Daddy Bill." And then the grandparents came eventually, because it was the grandparents. It was basically all of the priests. Yeah, because Jacob was there as well, because Naomi did make up with Jacob and said that she doesn't want him to leave, because eventually he said he was gonna go to a hotel, because at one point she had him sleeping on the couch, and they trying to work it out and stuff like that, and she has to respect he was just doing his job, and he is not her father, because she just think that Jacob was doing his her father bidding when it came to the rest of her mom. So they eventually worked it out. Hopefully it stays that way. So also we see Nicole and Ted and Eva, and we also saw Martin finally met Eva, the temp assistant to his mom. And Eva says how she like Martin and Mario Martin and all the work he is doing in Congress and stuff like that. And also Ted keep busting Eva looking at the family portrait photos and stuff like that. And she did not know, Eva did not know that she was on the list to go. I mean, mind you, she is Nicole's assistant, so she didn't think she was going to this event. He said, "Of course, you on the guest list. You gotta come." So she was happy to hear that, because she's still looking at these photos, like all the stuff she missed out on and stuff like that. That's how she looking at it, because she's this secret love child or something. Hopefully, she's the legit secret love child. So she is shocked and happy at the same time that they being nice to her, and they said that she can go get a dress out of Kat's closet that's upstairs. And I'm like, uh-oh. Don't let Kat. I'm glad Kat is not here, because Kat does not like or trust Eva at all. And rightfully so. And that would have been a whole melee. They would ruin, because I think Kat and Eva would ruin the whole night. For real. Yeah, so she was just happy, so she went to go get a dress. So everybody looked nice. Everybody was getting ready for the event, the big event of Nicole getting this award. And also we are at the event. Martin got approached by some guy, and he was talking about a job opportunity for Smitty, his husband. And then Martin said no, Smitty is not interested. Mind you, not too long ago, the last episode before this one, he said that it was cool that Smitty get back into the workforce, and now you up there turning down a job on his behalf is really pissing me off. Martin's really pissing me off. And he's not just pissing me off, he also pissing off his grandfather, who approached him, pulled him to the side, talk about he knows people, even though he's not he's a former senator, so he still has pull and people telling him stuff about his grandson, the congressman. So he knows that he is trying to get funding or what have you for running for president, which he should not do. His grandfather said he should not do, due to like when you run for that kind of seat in politics, like you about to be under a microscope like any other kind. They gonna shake your tree till something fall out. And mind you, you doing this and you already got secrets that you have these dream nightmares about that I can't wait to see what happened. Yeah, so you should not be running for president. And the grandfather was like, you so eager, you so bored, in your position that you so eager to be in the spotlight. Like Martin is pissing grandpa off and me off. Ugh. He got on my nerves, to be honest. But also, surprise, but not really surprise. We get Leslie Sherry. She decided to pull a quick one and be a part of the festivities, but on the other side of a service. So she pretended and put in for being like a cater server for the event. And she's got the wig on. She's in uniform for this venue. So she got hired to do so, to serve at the event. So, which shocked not just Ted, but also her daughter, Eva. She like, what is you doing here? Because Eva did leave her message that she is going to be at the event. And Eva had to like ask her, like, where do you get money for this dress? I mean, where do you get this dress? Mind you, she just said she went to the department store and got a dress. Lying. No, she went up there to the closet. Also, yeah, so she is Ted, like, what are you doing here? Like, didn't I tell you to leave my family alone? And basically he kind of like low-key threatening. She low-key threatened back because she been a pain in his butt. And and she don't care. And Eva does care. She's like, you is doing way too much. You're gonna blow this whole thing before we get the DNA results back and stuff like that. So she was doing a lot because at one point during the whole ceremony thing, she did like come to their table, ask do they want something to drink or something. It was just weird and wild. And then we see the whole ceremony happen. Everybody went up there, say some nice things about Nicole before she got her award, and it was MC by Danny. Danny was the MC for the event, so that was cool. Yeah, I think that's all that happened in that episode. So we get to the last episode. Let's see what else happened. Oh, child. Danny, Delulu Danny, girl. Mind you, Danny talking about she wanna drop off a present for Bill and Haley. So she trying to get in their house. At first she went to the door like she could just open it. I'm like, it's not your house. This might be your family might run this community, but this is not your house. You just thought you was gonna walk in while they are out of town is beyond me. But yeah, so and then the security guard who I guess he does his rounds around there in that community, and he approached her. I think his name was George. He approached her. He like, okay, what are you doing here? And he just said they are out of town on a honeymoon. And she said, I'm trying to leave a gift. Because he knows that she's the ex. I'm like, everybody in that town knows she's the ex that Bill done wrong to. So, and she talking about, because you're like, what you think it's a blicky in this box? She said it was a mom. I'm like, girl. And then she's like, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. She said, I was just trying to, if you just give me the code, I could just put it in there and leave out. So it would be a surprise and nobody would know the thing. And she was just landing on thick. I'm like, why would he give? And he eventually gave up the code, which was stupid. And I'm like, you must don't want your job, okay? Because that was the wrong move. And yeah, wrong move. But at the same time, we see Bill and Haley is like coming back home on their way back home from their honeymoon. The honeymoon was cut short for reasons why. I think it had something to do with Bill's business, or he was, I guess, eager to come back home because dealing with the firm or something. I forgot what it was, but they end up look like they riding in the limousine and drinking champagne. They on their way back home. Yeah, and Danny got in the house. It was just like she was just wilding. She was wilding for real for me. She was drinking a wine, expensive wine. Looking at the photo and just talking out her head, and she eventually laid out on a couch. It was just, it was just too much, too much. So she's supposed to be over this man, over him. Mind you, they on their way home. I'm like, during this whole episode, this was the last episode, episode 15. I'm like, I was stressing out a little bit. I'm not gonna hold you. I was stressing out, like, oh no, they about to roll in up on her. She just on this couch laid out. It was just wild to me. She is cray cray. Delulu. I love you, Danny, but you Delulu. Let's talk about Kat. My girl Kat is back in town. Okay. She is dealing with Tomas. Tomas works with Bill at Bill Firm. Okay. Yeah, so he worked with Bill Firm, so they both know that. So Kat knows that this meant Tomas work at Bill Firm, and Tomas knows that this used to be Bill niece-in-law, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so they was kissing, they feeling each other. And mind you, they met at the wedding. And they feeling each other, and they kissing and getting to know one another. And she cooked for this man at her parents' house. And because she said her place her kitchen is like the size of a stamp, postage stamp. I was like, oh, okay. So she was honest about that. That's why she used her parents' home, and they would eat dinner, they talk, try to get to know one another, kiss, and kind of find out that she is a virgin. She never had sex before. And he was kind of shocked because the way she carried herself, I guess. And I'm like, that doesn't shock me. If you compare Kat to Chelsea, that doesn't shock me. For as how they carry themselves and their attitude and stuff like that. Because Chelsea come off like not a virgin, and Kat does come off like as a virgin, a snooty virgin at that. So, yeah. So I was like, okay, she was honest, she was open about her being a virgin, and because Casey wanted to take it further, and he was like, is this for religious reasons, or are you waiting for marriage, or something's wrong down there? Is it a medical reason? She just said, I haven't found the right person to give it to. Now the question is Tomas is worthy of Kat's virginity? That's the question. Is Tomas worthy of Kat's virginity? I hope. I don't know. I got to see him more. Even though I don't know if I quite trust him, because he does work at Bill's law firm. I don't know. I'm so protective of Kat. Kat is my girl. So I don't know. So if she decides to do it with him, I hope he treats her well, to be honest. So the whole Derek and Nurse Ashley of it all, and Andre, and he trying to push up on her, like he literally trying to kiss her after she dealing with Derek, trying to nurse him back to health due to the roof collapsed on him when he was trying to rescue that cat in the fire or what have you. And the lady came by and thanked him with the cat, and Ashley kind of mad at him because she found out that he know the roof was about to collapse, and he still went in anyway to rescue the cat. I'll be pissed too. Like, I know animals to people is like children or another human being. But like, dude, you had a whole roof collapse on you, dude, and you concuss. Okay, so yeah, so it was just wild. And Andre came in talking about taking pictures before the, I guess, a news article or something. He just trying to come in there just take pictures of Ashley. Basically, that's what it's given. And Derek, he might be having a memory problem, but he does remember that he does not like Andre, and he knows that Andre is pushing up on Ashley low key. Not low key, but high key, pushing up on Ashley. And he even had a daydream about it, like a nightmare about it. Them coming in talking about they together. So, and also in the hallway we see Andre trying to make a move on Ashley. And she's like, "Yo, whoa, hold up, hold on." And he was trying to go for the kiss, and she rejected him. So that was that. I believe that was all episode. Oh, no, it ain't. George decided to knock on Mr. and Mrs. Dupree, Vernon and Anita door, because he's talking about somebody broke their back gate latch or something. And he was just coming around doing his rounds and checking out things, make sure everything's okay. And then he kind of slipped up. It says something about Danny. He saw Danny, and because they mentioned that Naomi was there. Danny and not Danny and Nicole was there. Nicole went to the hospital, and Danny said she has a business media of some sort about opportunity of modeling or something. And George looking like, say what now? She has an opportunity, a business opportunity, you say? Because mind you, George know that Danny is not at the business meeting. She is at Bill's house pretending to drop off this package. So they got his wheels turning, and then they was like, "What about Danny?" You know, they're trying to get it out of him. He was like, "Nothing." I'm like, so now you got to make a run back to Bill's house to get that lady out of there before Bill come home, because nobody knows that Bill and Haley is coming home. So that's kind of like the end of the episode, basically. So we shall see next week what will happen. Well, this coming week, what will happen? Shout out to Kat for holding her virginity and waited to give it up to the right person. And Danny is wilding out in Bill's house, Bill and Haley house, new house, getting drunk off their wine and stuff. And Andre is out alive for like making a move on Ashley. You know, she got a man. So yes, I can't wait to see what's about to come of that. So I'm really enjoying this, and I'm trying to keep up with this weekly recap. I had planned this recap a little earlier. I had to push the time back, but I'm here now. I got done with it. I made it through the 5 episodes, 11 through 15. So yes, so Replay Gang, let me know your thoughts on this whole soap. Are you enjoying it? Which characters do you like? Which character do you gravitate to? Which characters get on your nerves? Because I can tell you for right now, I like Delulu Danny. Kat is my girl. And Martin, he get on my effing nerves. Okay, I do not like Martin at all. And Bill is already on the list already. I do not care for Bill. So those are my list who I like and I don't like right now on this soap. And yeah, so I'm about to get out of here. I will catch y'all next week for the next weekly recap of Beyond the Gates. Bye. On track, now we gon' way up. Don't be used as easy as a layup.